Hey everybody, let me turn the music down a little. It's really good music.
It's mad
Welcome.
chill, bro.
Yeah, welcome to the Forest Forge. Wild Crafting with Avenue Studios. I'm Dan Stacy, and I've got some wonderful guests here. Of course, Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads. Welcome, sir. And for this, our Sci-Fi July Forest Forge, we have Mr. Moral Compass. Of course, you can find him and his lovely wife on AfterQuest. If you haven't checked that out yet, do join us in that. We just wrapped up Knights of New Seattle, and it was a pretty good ending. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I was definitely caught off guard and enjoyed it a lot.
And always, of course, there it is. Let me know how sound is going. Playing around. We are coming up on, this is our last month with this setup. We will be moving in August. We'll be transitioning to Wednesdays 6:30 p.m. Eastern time for AfterQuest, which will be weekly. And then we just officially got it set up that Forest Forge and the supporter live game for our monthly themed collaborations with the Interplanar Crossroads are going to be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be doing a bunch of social media posts on that, and I'll keep trying to, every live stream here, remind everybody we'll be shifting times around there. So keep an eye out for that. Very excited to have AfterQuest in studio and weekly. So this is going to be fun. And hopefully our new time slot will also allow more patrons to join in our patron game. So we'll see how that goes, because it's a blast. And speaking of, Adam, is there anything going on your end of the internet?
Well, greetings and salutations again, travelers. We hope you enjoy these collaborative things. You can find me, of course, over on the Interplanar Crossroads on either Rumble, YouTube, or BitChute, any of those. I'm trying to figure out how to get things around with BitChute where it consistently mirrors the content over. Not with BitChute, with Rumble. That it consistently mirrors the content over. But once it starts doing that, Lord willing, it'll be a bit easier. But we're mainly just going towards our $100 a month goal. That's our current milestone goal, since we already hit 1,000 subs. And Lord willing, we'll get there. So that's what we're doing.
Awesome.
And you can find the support links for that at endofplanarcrossroads.com or theiopc.com. Either one of those links should work.
Yes. I got to add that to the links. I'll add that after tonight. I'm going to add that in the description. Of course, I've got his links in the description for his YouTube channel and all that good stuff, but that's awesome. All right. Well, without further ado then, let's forge. Mr. Moral Compass, Jacob, take us away.
Woohoo.
What do I do? I have no idea.
Oh, this is the moment where we discuss ideas and plans and just kind of look at the pretty little map.
Should we show, not to totally step on your toes immediately after giving it to you. Do you want to shout out too that we are working in version 11 for Foundry Virtual Tabletop?
Correct.
So, and that's the newest out. And
yeah, not sure how that's all going to work with the Pathfinder 2 with it being modded into Starfinder 2. So we'll get to see how that works.
That's what we do in the Forge. We experiment, break things.
Yeah, going for the tempering, and then you have to quench it, so it's all good.
Yes. And we link it all back to Knights.
So it is exciting that we are in, because I have not committed to the version 11. So this is very exciting for me that I get to get a little taste of it before fully going over. So far, I like what I see. So well done, Foundry.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty great.
Shout out chat, of course. Shout out any thoughts you have or things, and if you're watching this later, comment below your experience. Love to hear, or any tips and tricks you notice that we're missing. So yeah, what do we got? We're picking up a game that we played back in the winter. I should shout out too, I forgot to do it at the beginning, that we are using, like Mr. Moral Compass said, Starfinder 2nd edition, which is a community crafted rule set. And you can find the link to their Discord in our description. Special shout out to Mart on Discord for letting us utilize this and join their Discord. It's a really great group of people there, and we enjoyed it last time, so I'm really excited to see if anything's developed or what new things we can try out
Or break.
this time. And you know.
All right. So first of all, Mr. Mole Compass came to me and said, "Hey, you want to help me build the map?" I said, "Sure. What do you want?" And he told me, and this is what we came up with. So
Nice.
any details that you guys want to add, both viewers and Adam, Dan, Compass, let me know. We'll do our best to take notes, and I'll try to have them added before the next patron game when we actually run this.
Yeah. Compass one.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Jake. I was thinking if Compass wanted to give a general of like what we're looking at for the map right now, where we're starting.
All right. Well, for the map, it is a settlement on the frontier, outskirts, whatever you want to call it. It has been mostly abandoned, kind of more of a ghost crew type town. However, this isn't where the players are, but the players will be very instrumental. The settlement here will be populated with what few settlers remain. It used to be a mining town known for its rare minerals, rare ores, but it's been considered completely emptied. However, there's still people here, probably for various reasons, whether they just want to be left alone with what little they have left, or just it's a great place for being able to do experiments or other things like that. However, that is not the full point of the adventure. The full point of the adventure will be something that lies within, and something is coming from this place, which is going to be attracting a lot of forces to it. We'll get to see those when Colonial Marines comes out, though.
Sweet.
Nice. So I added, because of request, a small landing pad. I would like to add some more details to that. There's some like random cacti growing around here. Now I didn't add much to the buildings because I wasn't 100% sure. So, I'm thinking a mining station probably should have a tavern though, or some kind of bar. So I probably should put that in there, right?
Yeah, probably somewhere where the people can kind of hang out, just kind of more of community time. People may call it tea time, others people, beer time, whatever it would be. But regardless, just something to get around and get people to talk, those who will. Others may not want to, but regardless, it'll be good for that. I did also think of something.
Well, whatever you call it, it'll be a great time.
Exactly. But if you could, when you're making the bar, also kind of make it somewhat of a gathering place too. What I mean by that is like something like more of like a stage or a podium, something like that, for someone to be able to talk, especially like the leader of the settlement.
Okay.
I think that would be pretty
Good
good.
thing this is all recorded.
Do you want me to take notes? I'll do the
I'm
notes
taking
again.
some now. We can both take notes. It doesn't hurt.
Sure, yeah. Different versions
Looking at
of
it
notes.
logistically, if you have the landing pad here, that means you would probably have like any kind of official offices right there, close to it in the larger building. Maybe.
Yeah, that could be. For the most part, there is like a larger landing pad, probably in the west or the south. I don't really know which, but that's been long abandoned and kind of in ruins. But that used to be where the ships from excavating came and went. But without that being there, they just have basically the small landing pad left. So
where was the suggestion for the bar gathering area? Oh, this one right here.
Well, this is the officials, or maybe this one is the officials. One of them. Since if it's close to the landing pad, you'll have your officials that are getting off and need a secure spot to go. But then you want to have that, whatever type of establishment it is, you want to have it close to those who would naturally want to imbibe themselves upon it.
Nice. So that's kind of a cool, like an officials. That's going to be more like office-y kind of thing going on.
Yeah, kind of like for it probably did have like an office like foundation, but probably got turned more into a commons area as things went along, since it just no longer was as viable.
That's true. Dan, I sent you a link to the Google Drive, so we're just taking notes on the same thing.
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
So that way I don't have to look at 3 different notepads and watch the video. So, what about other, I mean, obviously some like bunks and homes and stuff like that, but like a general store, would that be something that you would have here?
For the most part, there might be like some sort of storage thing. There could be considered a store, but it would be almost informal.
Okay.
I imagine it would just be one of those of you go in there, it's like you may pay with like some of the credits, or you may just do bartering, but at the end of the day, it's considered more of like, you know, Farmer Joe's place of, you know, you go there for various things, and good way for like a tiny market / store.
You're lucky to find anything but, you know, average mining equipment and food cubes, probably.
Yeah, it would be probably selling a lot of old mining equipment, probably not even tested to see if it actually works, but more for like scrap, as people just really aren't into that much anymore. So there's probably a lot of that type of stuff around, and they're just trying to get some way to get rid of it.
So something you want me to add, maybe a little bit more debris, like scrap pieces around the buildings and stuff, like
yeah, especially closer to the mining entrance.
Okay.
Rex is thrown out. Could the stage also be the landing pad combined with the bar connected to it?
That would be considered more dangerous. I mean, in theory, I guess they could, but people do come occasionally, not very often, but they would want a safe landing pad.
Psh, whatever. OSHA approved.
People are lazy and would reuse the pad. Yeah, so
It's
I'll add
probably
some more. I just got to make sure I have the sci-fi feel and look to it. Now, is this going to have like a little bit of not just sci-fi, but like a little bit of diesel punk feel, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diesel punk would be a pretty good way to put it. I mean, they have like more future tech and everything like that, but it'd be considered more degraded. No one's really keeping up with it. It's a lot easier to have more like diesel punk-ish type technology just running about. Like, for example, these people, we kind of went into it in the last Colonial Marines. There's a difference between laser weaponry and then projectile weaponry. These type of people would be holding on projectile weaponry just because of laser weaponry would have to be a lot more maintenance. If anything goes wrong, it would go wrong really bad. And these with projectile weaponry, if anything goes wrong, it's more isolated and not as problematic.
Sweet.
I'm just writing stuff down.
Yeah, if this takes place concurrently with like because it's Colonial Marine, so same universe, concurrently with Alien, or before or after, or what's the idea on that?
It's not in the Alien universe. I think maybe there's a miscommunication on that.
Oh, that's right, Alien feel. Right. It was basically there was the question about, is this alien or aliens? And it's like, it's more like aliens. Especially this one. I mean,
interesting.
Hey.
So I guess we're gonna start talking about aliens and stuff.
Sweet.
Are we talking about making NPCs?
I'll be right back. I gotta grab a cord. Keep going.
okay.
Or do you want to add more to the buildings and maps? Like, is there something here that you really want to see that's not here yet?
Let's go with NPCs, because especially with there being so few people, they probably started to customize buildings around people.
Okay.
How many NPCs are we looking at?
We're probably looking at like, I don't know, like below 30, but to be honest, you know, let's just count like 2/3 of them to be more of like people who just doing things, but you know, not really as important. So like in the entire settlement, it's about 30 people. It's really been bare boned and other things like that. But if we want to go for like important NPCs, we're getting into like 10 or less.
Okay. So this mine is still in operation?
It's sort of. That's actually going to be the beginning of the session. Someone has been operating in the mine, and there's been some discoveries, and there's going to be a town meeting about it.
Okay.
But in general, the mine's considered basically dead. People are finding different ways of doing things. At the end of the day, the settlement is just trying to be more autonomous by itself and not really wanting to get into like interstellar trade, just because if they're just going to be more left alone, people who were looking for something better already moved away, so it's kind of like the people who were left.
I got real quick. Rex in chat said, "Crazy old miner, please, who grumbles about the good old times when they."
Yeah, perfect.
You know, Rex, send us a name for that crazy old miner.
Rex.
Rex.
That'd actually be funny.
Mr. Compass, do you want me to start creating these or put them in a journal entry for right now?
We could just do journal entry if we're doing rapid fire. Otherwise, we could start making them.
I'm gonna just put them in a journal entry for now, and then
if we want, I don't now. Tell me, for you guys who are more familiar with the Starfinder one too, it might be fun to build one at some point just to see would there be anything unique we could show for the Starfinder rules.
I don't disagree with that.
We could do rapid fire for a bit and pick one that's especially.
My question real quick for Mr. Compass, are you okay if I mark up the map and stuff for my notes? I'll have access to this for a little while, or no?
Go for it, mate.
All right.
Yes. The NPC building is my favorite. Actually, just talking about the flavor. Don't worry about the spelling, Rex. You know every player is going to spell it differently when they hear it anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's always the best when you as a GM finally post it somewhere or spell it out and everyone's like, oh.
You know, phonics equals our best guess.
Yes, best guess. Yay, magical mishaps.
That's always fun, though.
Okay, office building, bar. Are we looking with so few people? Are these buildings going to be residential, any of them, or are they mainly, these are the buildings that are mine related and business related, and then there's a residential area off map or something? Or
how I generally see it is that almost every one of the buildings that you see on map have become residential, except for very few. They probably were meant for something that was like, you know, whether it be equipment repairs or anything like that, but they just got retrofitted into something that would be a lot easier, well, a lot more beneficial to them.
Okay, so like that, maybe an upstairs loft is like where they sleep or something, and the downstairs is where we interact with them.
Yeah, it could be definitely like that.
Storage.
Oh, so I'm making 2-story buildings now, huh? I'm just kidding.
Rex got a name, by the by.
It's Jargon. Pete Jargon. I'm a teacher. The man was happening. We found all kinds of rare materials.
They forgot what his last name was, so they just assigned Jargon.
That's funny.
And it's space, so they didn't spell it like jargon. They spelled it like a different jargon.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I think there should be somebody who like has the what's the word I'm looking for? The drive that is like, no, we can restart this place. It could be good again.
Oh yeah.
Are these all human?
They would be probably mostly to all human.
Okay.
There could be aliens. The Empire isn't necessarily anti-alien, but it's definitely majority human.
All right.
Would it be fun then to have like the token alien in a specific position?
Oh yeah.
What different alien races are there to select from?
Well, you see, as much as your imagination goes.
That's so good.
Alonzo Johnson. He really wants to. He has hope for this place.
I like that.
Yeah, we could even make him the primary discoverer.
Okay.
Oh, so he's the one coming to the town with the notification of, hey, I found this in the mine?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So if he's somebody with hope, means he's probably younger.
Well, but if he's the primary discoverer,
right? So maybe middle-aged to younger.
are you saying old people don't have hope?
Hey, old people usually get resigned to where they go.
We don't have to fit all the stereotypes, Adam.
That's true. I was thinking if you were going to have him younger, he could be a family man who has a lot of hope because he wants to make it good for his kids coming up. He's like, this could be great for our kids coming up type of thing.
I do like
Or
that.
it could be a little bit into if he is older, maybe a reason for his children to return.
No, that's
Oh,
fair.
if they've left,
Ooh.
Yeah.
could go to either one.
Or they haven't left yet.
Him and
but they're
Jargon
planning
just-
on it.
Him and Jargon just fight all the time. One of them's the hopeful miner, and the other one's the dejected miner, and then like, damn, that doesn't. We're gonna just have to deal with it. And he's like, no, there's hope, good sir.
I can also, if my clicky clacky of typing is too loud, I can mute myself. I just realized it's probably picking up.
This is Sci-Fi July, right? It's
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
it's in character, you know. Click,
That's
click,
true.
click, click, click. It's just mad hacking skills.
Mad
Yeah.
hacking skills.
Just turn your screen green so we know you're hacking.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I like the idea of it wants to return to a wonderful place to have his kids come back. Like I like the idea of like his is a little older and his kids have like, nah, I'm leaving this joint. This place sucks. They're off doing adventures, and he's hoping like that this place will just find a new little mine area or like some kind of gem that makes it worth it again and booming, and then it'll draw his kids back.
I'm wondering if he should have one kid that's still stuck around.
All right,
Just feels resigned
The
to it.
youngest,
the oldest one. I'm just kidding.
I could
oldest
see,
or youngest.
yeah, I
Yeah.
could see an argument either way. Because
Yeah,
the middle kid's gonna be like, whatever.
Yeah. Wow, how stereotypical we gotta be here. All right, Rex, we need another NPC. What you got? Shots fired.
Shots fired.
While he's thinking of that NPC, we could have like Jargon's shack be this one over here,
Oh,
because
where are
it
you?
has
Hold on.
one door.
I got
And no windows.
One door and no windows. Yeah, that's why he's depressed all the time. He just goes home.
So
shuts the door.
when I originally built that, I was thinking about making that like a crypt or something, like making stairs that go down. But even
now
better,
it's just an old man's shack. It's
now
about
it's an
the
old
same
man's
thing.
shack.
So he moved into the crypt.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh man, it might be interesting to have him as the guy that's actually is in charge of the crematory, because I mean they're gonna have to deal with their dead somehow.
Mhm.
Oh,
So he
honestly,
just
I should
sticks them
put a
in there on a
graveyard.
shelf.
in here or something like that.
Well, they
And
could do like a if it's a future thing. I don't know that you could do like there's enough space to do a graveyard, or you could go with the everybody gets cremated type of thing.
Right, and do like a memorial or something.
For this type of thing, the ground would be considered really hard, and other things like that. They would probably have gone to cremation, just out of necessity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And considering they're all miners, maybe they spent enough time underground.
I like that too. Yeah.
I just about crematory. That doesn't seem right.
Well, as long as you're not talking about, cream, you're good.
I know, that sounds good now.
It's crematory, not creamery.
Was it CREMATORY?
I think I got it. Close enough. I might make this building a little bit bigger and add like with a furnace in there or something kind of attitude, but then like split the building in two, so there's like the crematory side and then his living side.
Nice. And we got Ian Johnson for the sun.
Did we decide why the sun would stay?
Not particularly. I was thinking that there's always that one kid who just he feels like he has to.
Almost like he's got to protect his dad.
Yes.
Or be there for him.
Like the.
So we are going with oldest then.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
I guess being the oldest, I only know that way.
Yeah.
Well, I know that us three are oldest. I don't know about Compass.
I'm the youngest.
Ooh,
good,
baby in the room.
We are honored
So he
to
would
be
have
in
to
your
give
presence.
perspective. Yeah.
We are honored to be in your presence.
There's a great guy who does these videos on kids like that. He's for the youngest. He's like, they're always honored. We're honored to be in your presence, youngest child.
Oh, that's too funny. We can definitely dive into a lot of topics there.
Yeah.
But we are doing Force for Sci-Fi July. So yeah, I mean, is there anything else? I kind of want to add more details to the landing pad, but I didn't want to put like an H for like a helicopter. I don't know what I would put there. I guess that was something else I wanted to say.
Maybe you could do some sort of like caution strips or other things like that. Kind of an indication of it used to be something that could be dangerous to land there.
I don't know if would there be any kind of like console or something near the stairs.
Ooh, yeah, that could be pretty good.
Right.
I was trying to picture this as a ramp. I might extend it out. Oh, I can't ping right now. Right here. Maybe I'll extend it out and move it around a little bit there too. So with that, let's see. There's got to be like a retired pilot who fell in love with this place for some freaking reason.
Or someone.
Yeah, could be his wife.
So now we're going to get into a married couple. Let's see. What kind of names can we come up with?
Do they run the bar now? Is that what we're thinking?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
She was the bartender. She was the bartender that owned this rinky-dink bar, and he come in, carrying shipments or personnel and stuff. And they didn't like each other at first, But as time went on, they kind of
became few.
Other people came and went. Yeah.
Give me a last name for Gideon.
Well, are we thinking that he got into piloting out of a feeling of destiny, or out of it's just a job? Because that could affect his last name.
It's just a job.
Just a job?
Yep.
Hargrave. That's a pretty good pilot name.
Spell it again.
H-A-R.
Uh-huh.
You can go G-A-V, or actually spell grave with G-R-A-V-E. Either one.
First,
Nice.
I thought you said our grave.
Yeah.
Hargrave.
This place will be our grave, Hargrave.
Hargrave.
And then Rhea Hargrave.
Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds nice.
And then Rex was asking, would there be maybe graffiti or some kind of thing on the space pad, or would they keep that clean?
I think as
depends
long
if
as
there's-
it's
Question.
clear of debris, I don't think they care what's on the pad.
Yeah.
There's
That
also the question of how young exactly is Ian?
Mm.
I
I
mean,
was-
it could have also been placed, years ago, and it could just be kind of like a sentimental thing that, the children that are left, that Ari left.
He's 19.
Oh, okay. So he could have done the graffiti when he was just a year or two ago, and it's like now he just doesn't care. No one cares that it's there.
Wait, we got a 37 from Rex.
If he had
37?
siblings, it would make sense to me. He'd be
Well,
like
the dad could be
19.
37.
Oh, I see. Maybe
No
maybe
way.
younger.
They'd have to marry young. They have to marry pretty young. for
Well, I
him to
didn't
be
pick a wife
37,
for
he'd be
Alonzo
19.
yet. Yeah.
So maybe the oldest son is 37. That would allow
We could
the
go
19 to be there.
sad story too, and it's the wife took the younger children away.
Ooh.
Poverty
Yeah.
started to do
Now
it.
I'm sad.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But this is a dying mining town. We didn't come here exactly for happy endings.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
So wait, is 19 the oldest child, or are we going with the 37? Sorry.
If
I
we
guess
go-
Rex is making a joke that I don't understand. Sorry, Rex.
I was
So-
if we go with the sad story, 19 works, and he has
Yeah.
younger siblings that the mom took away.
Yeah, savage. Yeah, let's do 19. I like it. Ian Johnson, son of Alonzo, age 19. Mother abandoned him.
Well, I know it's more like the mom took the young ones and left.
Yeah, I think Ian was just like, nah, I'm staying with dad.
I wonder if he made an emotional teenager decision to stay with dad.
Yeah.
And now probably regrets it.
Yeah.
Thus
Maybe.
the graffiti.
Or maybe he's
Maybe
happy
he
about
really
it. I'm just kidding.
maybe he really believes in his dad.
Mm.
And he knows his dad. Maybe his dad has a lot of potential. His dad knew there was something in this mine. He knew there was something in this mine. He just knew it. He felt it in his space bones. And Ian believes him because he grew up with his dad saying there's something in this mine. He
Right.
believes him. He's the eldest. He knows dad's right. But the poverty just took its toll on mom, and now she's left and took the kids. And there's no real recourse out here for her to she hops on a space junker and heads out with the next shipment. Doesn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows she's gone and knows she's left, but they all care about Ian and his dad. So the town is really on their side, but everybody's really downtrodden. So it's like, but
Mm-hmm.
we're on your side, but there's just not a lot here, man.
I like that.
So now there's got to be like a grandma of this place.
There always has to be a grandma.
There's got to be a grandma. Her name's Betty. I'm just kidding.
Betty's
Yes.
everywhere.
Her name is Betty, and she still has her 45 Magnum.
Yes. That's too good. Are we doing that for real? Like, I'm taking notes. Like, I kind of know.
I'm okay with doing that for real.
I'm fine with it if
Yeah,
it's a thing.
I default to Mr. Compass.
Betty, the grandma of the settlement.
That's fun.
What does she do nowadays, though? That's the real question.
Mm.
She runs the place, man.
Yeah,
What do
you
you think
kidding
she
me?
does?
She walks around. She takes a cane and beats the younger kids when there ain't. All of them are younger, so she. Get your butts in the mine.
It's already closed.
I don't care if it's closed. Did you close it right? Did you close it right? Did you go? You make sure it's locked. Go on, make sure it's locked.
So what does the grandma of the settlement do? I think she dabbles in medicine for sure. Home remedies.
Sure. What?
But they're always funky tasting, right?
Yeah.
What did Betty do in the other one? She was a communications lady too.
Right.
Like she was the secretary.
Ooh, runs the ham radio.
She knows all the gossip.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows all the gossip.
I was curious, Compass, with how you.
She runs the office. That's what it is.
Well, that's not a bad idea. With the mine being closed, what is it that they're? How are they surviving here right now? Do they still get some kind of little thing that they export out, or what's?
At least how I imagined it
government
was
funds?
that they're kind of they're making what they can through the use of farming and just like very basic stuff. That's how they're able to keep up like kind of like a diesel punk-ish tech.
Mm-hmm.
But not
I know.
really.
One of the exports is it's some kind of cactus fruit.
All right, yeah, we could do that.
If that's
So
okay.
between the cactus fruit and some kind of maybe they had an industrial company contract that's just coming to an end. Like the company doesn't care because it's intergalactic, maybe, or something like that. It's too big to care. If this is making a bunch of money, they're just going to let the contract run out and not renew, type of thing. So they're getting consistent support until that runs out, and then it's gone.
Ooh, yeah, that'll make
So
it
they're on
even
this
more desperate.
timetable.
Right. That
I
would
like
make
it.
Ian and what's his dad's name? I suddenly forgotten. Olsen.
Ian.
His name's Ian
I'm
Dad.
sorry. Dad's name's Alonzo.
Alonzo. That would make.
Oh,
them a little
They
more
export some kind of alcoholic cactus juice.
Ooh, that
Ew.
makes sense.
That can find. It's not.
Yeah, if they don't go
Super-
for their supply.
Yeah.
Right.
So what was that last part? I'll just rewatch the stream and get it later. That's cool.
Basically, they're on contract, but it's gonna run out soon. Living on borrowed time.
How soon? Like years, months?
It'd make it real desperate if it was months, because they.
Well, it runs out in 5 months then.
All right.
That's enough, because see, that's right in that sweet zone. Like half a year is a.
Right.
You can expect that for interstellar shipments.
Oh,
So
yeah. And Compass, if I'm overstepping my bounds of making decisions, please shut me down or
No,
change
you're
what you
good.
need.
You're good. I also agree with the 5 months because it's like, even though they know they have the 5 months, there will always be that worry about what happens if they cut it off a few months early.
That's
Like,
true. They
what
don't send the
even-
last shipment or something.
Yeah, it's like, what is even their recourse if something like that happens?
right,
Right.
especially in this big universe.
Right.
Yeah, because like you said they don't get a lot of visitors. So how do they draw and continue to draw something? Because right now, at least the mothership, delivery ship comes and so there's a little contact there, and they're able to get some sales of their cactus fruit and juice out there. But what happens if that ship doesn't come? There is no real big draw.
Exactly.
So I was gonna throw out. I love this. I was gonna throw out that maybe that's Betty's trying to work something behind the scenes.
Some kind of
Politically.
trade deal or something.
She's trying. I don't totally up to Dice or Compass if it's working or
That would
not.
be-
But
That'd be great. It actually would tie into one of the factions.
yeah, there
Is
you
it a
go.
pirate faction?
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Yeah.
But Betty in the other game, she was actually filthy rich. So it would make sense that this version of Betty, has been squirreling back funds to try and get the town, save up to where the town could at least evacuate if something bad happened. So she squirreled away those funds. But if something comes along, she may be able to use those funds for another purpose to save the town.
That's really fun.
It's so hard that these are only like one shots and some shots. Because because my brain just starts going. It's just like, let's go deeper.
Well, you just gotta think of it like this. It's like not everyone watches these streams, so you could use it again.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
Welcome,
Betty's getting to
Chris.
make her second appearance, so we're
Yes.
reusing somebody.
Chris.
Do we want to try working on any of the legacy characters?
I mean,
Totally down for that.
a space Krusk. Is there space orcs? Can we have an
Space
orc?
Krusk. Then
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
he's
we
our
could.
token alien.
Oh yeah. Space
Well,
Krusk.
He's the Space Krusk is the guy that is. Let me see. I imagine that Ian is the mechanic for his dad, so maybe he's the town mechanic, and this is his shop up here,
Oh, hold on. Where's
and
the
then-
shop?
up here in the upper left-hand corner.
This is gonna be like a mechanic shop for like the droids and pieces of equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah, that way it's right by the mine, so if there's any kind of trouble, they just take it out. And this is where they both live. And then Space Skrusk could live.
Skrusk.
Skrusk. There it is.
That's so good.
There it is. Taking it right now. Skrusk. That's his Skrusk. Orc.
Skrusk is the other mine worker that works with Alonzo. Is that what it was?
Alonzo. Yep.
Ian's dad.
Ian's
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 dad.
Ian's
I
dad.
thought Ian's become the focus.
He's the most important character in the story, man.
So Krusk can live right here by the mine since he's working in the mine, maybe?
I thought we had it so that Pete Jurgen was working in the mine. Or was that my mistake?
Oh, that's right. Pete's the dejected miner, and then Ian's dad is the not dejected. He's the hopeful miner.
Right.
So what would Skrusk be doing?
Skrusk.
He's
Skrusk.
making the cactus stuff.
Yep. I was just say he is running the brewery. He also used to be a not so good faction. So this is like his hideout where he's avoiding trouble.
Oh, that's cool. And that also ties him into our pilot and his bartender, his bar owner wife.
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing: if Skrusk's hut, it's not a hut, but if Skrusk's living there by the mine, one of the ingredients for his special juice is some of the fuel from the machines. So
no.
just gives it a little kick.
Really revs your engine.
And maybe it doesn't hurt the maybe it's one of those things where the biology of the space orcs, it doesn't hurt them, but it really hits hard on humies. So
the way it mixes with the chemical process, I'll put some like vats and stuff in there, but the way it mixes it, like you said, it dilutes it so it's not poison. Well, depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Dilutes it enough so it's not going to kill you, but
There
it
it
hits humans like a freight train. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Skrusk.
And maybe he's got a little bit of he's a little annoyed with the Hargraves because they don't carry his stuff on a regular basis because there's so many humans, and if they actually carry it, then the humans are going to be like out for a day.
That's true. And he drinks it like water because it doesn't seem to bother him.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Betty's got to be working with him because that's one of the only things they're
She's
exporting.
she's his export supplier. He's
Yep.
under the table.
Yeah.
That's what
under
they're
the
saying.
table.
They're gonna secretly save the town. That's Betty's plan. Secretly save the town by moonshining. Wait, what's this planet called?
I haven't come up with that.
Oh.
I
Whatever
came up with,
the
like all
planet's
this
name
stuff
is.
for Nero, and it's like, I didn't even come up with a sector or anything for this.
All right, so
Alright.
planet name.
Skrusk Special Brew.
Chat. We need a planet name.
All right, chat. What do you got? Give us that planet name. In the meantime, Skrusk. I can't even spell his name right. It's my own character. Fix that.
See, he cares about spelling when it's his own character.
Absolutely. Maked up character.
Yeah.
Maked up. Wow. I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
I've been hitting that Scrusk special brew.
Easy Scrusk. Even Space Orcs have a limit.
Is there any space pets around here? Is there any like is there something like unique like the town doggo that got left behind or something that everybody pets? Something crazy like that?
I mean, we could do that.
Any biological creature? It doesn't have to be a dog. It could be a worm.
I hadn't thought of that, so if you want to come up with something, go for it.
It's
So,
go ahead. Adam
so
had something. I want to
desert
hear it.
planet. Desert
Well,
planet.
It's not really a
Um,
desert planet as much as more of like it's rockier terrain. So I mean, there could be pockets of sand, but it's mostly like rock, kind of dirtish.
Oh.
It's really hard to get a lot of things growing.
Okay.
So like a sandworm or a what are those spiders called? A camel spider?
A camel spider. Not
Yeah.
exactly cuddly, but it kind of makes sense.
I had to re-look it up, and I'm terrified.
You probably shouldn't. Actually, maybe we shouldn't have that due to stress.
The players might. I mean, not speaking as a player. might
The
kill
players
it.
just might kill it on sight.
Yeah.
Adam and I will pet it.
Maybe we should have a sandworm that purrs.
Kristen will kill it.
I know what you. So this rocky area, so worms have a hard time, but you could have like either a snake or a lizard that likes to sun itself in the middle of town, and technically, it's rideable.
Oh, like
It's
really
big
big.
enough to be
Nice.
rideable.
But it also
It's
has
a
to purr.
multi-legged thing, and it purrs. Yeah, it goes. Let me see, what
Six-legged
noise would it?
lizard that purrs.
It goes.
What do the locals call him? And his frills shake a little bit as he does the
Oh, yeah.
purr. Yeah. This is ridiculous. We're designing it this deep.
I know. I do love that it's like ancient. Maybe it's like a turtle that lives like a couple hundred years, so it's just it doesn't care anymore. at this
It actually
point.
holds all the knowledge, and if somebody could talk to it, it would like be able to tell you everything.
Yeah, it probably
Oh.
saw the start and basically the downfall of the settlement.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting for what's going to happen in the
What
game.
do the townies call him?
So,
Dave.
I wanted to say compass because it knows everything.
It could be a kind of fun shout out to Compass.
Maybe I was just saying it might be a little bit more symbolic if the name of the creature is the same name as we give the planet.
Oh,
I like that.
interesting.
That's a cool idea.
Well then, all right, Rex, it's time to name the planet because Chris G said go ahead.
Let's see.
I'm kind of curious. I do
I'm
really
trying to think
appreciate
about-
you guys in chat.
Yeah, you
that
guys are
is
awesome.
Super fun to have the
I was trying to
interactions.
like smash their names together, like do like Chris Rex or
Oh,
Crex.
Rexris.
Let's see what.
Crex.
There's always the name generators. I got one up.
No cheating.
I know that's one thing I love about my wife. Shout out to my wife is that she is amazing at just making these names. Like you just tell her like a description, and she comes up with these names that's like just hits it. And you're like, how do you do that? That's amazing. So I married a name generator, so I'm cheating.
We got Atheron.
Atheron.
Ooh,
It's pretty
Okay, so we
good.
name
It
it is
the
pretty
name
good.
of the turtles.
it
Atheron
sounds
then?
epic too. So it's like it sounds like it should be amazing, and it's just this deadbeat
And
planet.
then you land here, and it's just yeah.
I also like it for the lizard name too. That's pretty cool because it almost sounds mythic. It's like,
So is
Oh,
it
yeah.
like a turtle or a tortoise or a lizard?
Oh, I had lizard, but I mean,
Okay.
I had a.
It
So
doesn't
I have it
matter
right now.
because-
I have Atheron, the
because-
six-legged lizard that purrs, and its frills shake a little as it purrs. Super wise. Go ahead.
I like the frill thing. That's it.
Okay.
I
So
mean, we could make
Atheron,
it a
that
turtle
means
with
that-
frills.
That means that Skrusk's brew is called Atheron's Shine.
All right,
Nice.
I'm writing it down now. Oh man, this could blow up. It could be like a thing.
I love it. I love this. I would play in this setting all day.
I know.
I was just thinking in my head, there's like the theme song. So like the every place.
Atheron milk.
usually gets-
Sorry,
Ooh, Atheron milk. Atheron.
Chris
milk.
G said
It's not
Atheron
bad.
milk.
It's not bad.
Well, maybe there's like this. Maybe part of this also is that Scruss takes some. Occasionally, Atheron will he'll waddle up to Atheron and be like, "Hey, man, hey." Atheron will open his mouth and his fangs will drip a little bit, and then he'll take some.
I think I like
It's
the
like,
swaddle
He
up a
pets
little
him on
bit
the
better.
head. Thanks, man.
Puts it in a swaddle and carries it around. But no, yeah. Maybe there's two different. There's Atheron's milk and then there's Atheron's shine. There's two different versions depending on.
Atheron's milk is the actual stuff, and then the Atheron shine is what he makes from it by mixing
Yeah.
whatever fuel and the cactus juice and the precious water that they have and this stuff.
I guess that's another thing. What about water? Is it all imported, or is there like some really nasty deep well that to the center?
It's probably a mixture of both. I mean, it's one of those of they probably have something to clean it with, but they're getting closer and closer with it, with it being gone as it's just running out of maintenance or other things like that. It's something that they're desperately keeping up, but probably parts that they can't make on settlement. So even if it is something that could keep them up and going, it would still be a concern about the shipments no longer coming in.
Yep. I like that a lot. Would it be maybe that smaller building up farthest away to the south?
Yeah, we
away
could
from the mine?
do that.
Like, is it like a well home?
Or water purification system
Okay,
with a well, I would assume, right?
I could put a well in.
Or is the well somewhere else and they have to bring the water there to be purified?
Is there any
Oh.
pack animals here?
They probably wouldn't have been using pack animals.
Out of curiosity. Oh,
they
my
were-
mind keeps going to like the firefly
Fantasy.
kind of feeling. Sorry.
Oh, well, they just to get a little bit into there, they were probably using floating mine carts most of the time, where it could just hold it, and they just have to put minimal effort into pushing carts and such. So they probably wouldn't have even thought that labor animals would be good. So at the time of it going so well, wouldn't be thinking about it. They may have been regretting it now.
It's true.
Yeah, because how can you eat the horses if there ain't none?
Right.
That's something jargon says, but you don't understand him.
Doesn't make
How
sense.
can you eat the horses if there ain't none?
Love it.
Well, and then should one of the, I don't know if we already, we do have a store. Well, that's storage. Should we have something that's like, or is it really the mechanic shop where there would be like all the supplies, whatever's left? There's a building that's all where you would have normally like checked out your loading mine carts or your tools for the day. And
I think that was probably what the storage was, but now it's
the store.
just like the mini mart storage area that
Mhm. That makes sense.
like it was that. Like I might put a counter in there that like that's how like you turn in your chits for equipment, and then when you turn your
Yeah.
equipment back in, you get your chits back, kind of thing.
The
Kinda-
counter is like one or two of those floating carts that don't work anymore, so they just stood them up with some boards.
Oh yeah.
Sold their soul to the company store.
Pretty much.
All right.
Cool.
So, what else do
3
you guys
more
want?
buildings.
So we have. I mean, we don't have to fully label all the buildings, but we can.
Right.
I
mean, the only thing I was thinking about is, do we want to pick one of the NPCs to actually build, just to show off some Starfinder stuff too? Starfinder 2nd edition, community built. Check the link in the description for the Discord where you can join in on all they're doing.
That's gonna have to be from your end, though, Dan, for the players to see it.
Okay.
All right. So I guess
I
I'll
mean,
have
I'm
to
responsible for something.
Yeah, that means we gotta walk you through creating an. Well, you can't actually because you don't have
I'm a
those
player.
abilities, and you're not allowed to have those abilities. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You can give them control of an NPC sheet, though, right?
Yeah, I was just curious. It's like for settlers and such. Are we planning on just doing like NPCs, or are we doing like actual PCs?
So my flavor that I usually do with Pathfinder Second Edition is I just take whatever NPCs they have and then I just add to them. Like, just
So, yeah,
I
maybe
see you have the bodyguard one, and I would just like rewrite that as Skrusk or whatever, and then I would just add a little bit of flavor to it.
All right. So
go
let's
ahead.
do this then. Instead of trying to create character sheets, because I mean I could kind of do that with like NPCs and the bestiary or bestiary. Maybe we should just come up with the specific actions of these characters and kind of just make up actions.
That'd be kind of fun.
Nice.
I mean, Alonzo. No, just kidding. It's I gotta look at my notes. Gideon, he has mug throw. He's able to throw a flogging or a mug.
Super accurate.
Yep. Is there? Oh, you don't have search anywhere on. Okay, let me do it this way. Oh man, that's so cool. Sorry. But I'm looking at the compendiums and they have images for some of the backgrounds. Like equipment actually has like pieces of equipment. That's cool.
That's cool.
So shout out once again to Foundry VTT. 11 is definitely becoming a lot. Version 11, I see a lot of user-friendly upgrades that I'm really appreciating. I don't know if you're seeing that too, Mr. Compass.
Oh, I am, and I'm appreciating it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Definitely getting into it. That's cool. So let's pull up some NPCs and see what we have here. NPC gallery. Is there any kind of... Oh, there's a barkeep. That could easily be the stats for... Oh, they actually have a thing called a pewter mug. We should just rename that. Well, let me roll. No, I have to import it. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm importing stuff.
Go for it.
Cool. I didn't even ask permission. I just did it. All right, we're rolling the pewter mug. There it is. The 12. He throws a pewter mug at you.
All right. That's hilarious.
But if we rename that, let's see. Edit, rename. What would it be called?
Well, let's see. It has to be some sort of made-up metal, right?
Yeah.
Unobtainium.
I think that might have been
Sorry,
used.
I hate that one.
Did you say
You can call it
unobtainium?
metal.
Did you say unobtainium?
I love that you don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Why am I failing? I mean, I get that it says
No.
unobtainable.
It's from
Is
Avatar.
this like- Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, the movie.
What's Avatar?
does it? I
That's a
love
great
you
answer.
so much.
Okay. Not my.
The one with the blue people.
Yes,
Oh, that
not
one.
not
is it?
Avatar: The Last
Not Smurfs.
Airbender,
Oh, I'm thinking the last
and not
Airbender.
Smurfs. No, yeah, no.
It would be so funny if someone did a Smurf crossover art piece where it had the Smurfs, but they were dressed like the people on Avatar.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see Chris G's?
Yeah, I did. I was just occasionally obtained them. What would
Wait,
be,
so they really had a medal called unattainable? Now I'm like, are you serious?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do
We should probably get back on track. Adam, what was your suggestion?
Yes, what was your suggestion? That was my bad.
Nth metal. It's technically from a couple sources. It's in the comic books as well as I think there's some alchemical references to nth metal in real world Earth alchemy. It is
Spell it
just
for me?
what it is. The letter N and th, nth metal. That's
Sounds
how they
perfect.
I
do
like
it.
that.
So it's an nth metal mug.
Nth metal mug. Nth metal is supposed to be very powerful. It diffuses, in the lore of, I think, DC, it diffuses magical energy when it hits something.
Interesting.
So it's like an anti-magic metal.
So that would be Gideon. Hargrave.
Well, actually, would it be his wife because she was the barkeep more
Sure.
like that?
Oh, that's right. He's just a busboy.
He was the pilot. Yeah.
He doesn't think he was just a busboy.
No. Here we go.
That's what she calls him when she's mad at him. Get over here, busboy.
Busboy. All right, let's see
He
how this
says-
works. Rolling. Oh, I rolled another 12. Are you serious?
Seems perfect.
But it changed the name. Rhea Hargrave has range striked with her ninth metal
That's great.
mug. So then instead of a sap, she would probably actually... Oh, there's equipment. Let's see how this works, actually. So this is kind of a cool experiment. I'm going to take some equipment from the Sci-Fi second edition, Starfinder second edition,
Mhm.
and drop it on a character sheet for the... Just kidding, I don't see any equipment in there.
If you go under the items tab under star stuff, I actually made up almost every one of the
Oh, look at you
level 1
go.
stuff. Or
I love it.
Wow, you're awesome, dude.
Dude, that's cool. Have you shared this with them?
no,
Oh,
I just all I really did was just take over a lot of the stuff. I doubled damage on everything though, because I wanted it to be more dangerous.
yeah.
And then I think I
Dangerous.
just used the icons that were built into Foundry.
Okay.
They weren't really meant to be seen, so I was like, good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. Well, now I'm gonna ruin all of it now. All right, so it makes sense that she's gonna have a shotgun, right?
Oh yeah, that's classic.
All right.
Under the bar.
So just got her the shotgun. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that looks dangerous.
Oh, come on,
That's a
girl.
plus 12.
Yeah.
That's a 27.
Wait, why 12?
Why is it plus 12?
It auto-generated.
Plus 12.
I have no idea why it got a plus 12.
I mean, I'm not
Um,
complaining. Is it?
I'm actually curious. I clicked the auto-generate
hacks.
button. Oh, it's probably
Hacks.
going... Hacks, yeah, that's me. It's probably going off of whatever you wrote the shotgun as, though. Let's see. Look at the details.
I have no idea.
Let's see. It doesn't... Because it's range... we can play around with that later. But when I auto-generated, it gave her a plus 12.
Yeah, I may have to just modify that stuff. It's not too big of a deal.
I mean, plus 12 is pretty awesome.
I'm
Depends
not
on who she's
giving it
shooting.
to an NPC.
Bro, if your Marines want to come in and start stuff with Rhea, if she pulls out that shotgun, it's good night.
Well, if it doesn't change, we'll just say that's a shotgun she got from somebody beforehand, like a legendary shotgun or something.
I
It's
love
gonna have
that.
to be
true.
named if it's getting a plus 12.
Yeah. It's gotta have a name.
That's awesome.
Well, we already have one named Shotgun, Mildred.
Mildred, that's
Yep.
true.
Man, I just want to shoot somebody. Let me put one of the player tokens on the map. I'm just kidding. All right, so we did Rhea Hargrave. Now, if I give Dan's character access to that real quick, he can display that for our viewers, right?
Should be able to.
I hope you don't mind. I feel like I'm taking over way too much.
Don't know. Go for it,
Whoa,
mate.
Max damage, dude.
This is going to go to Dan, owner, save changes. All right.
It's in my actors then now. Yeah, I see her.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's an
Irons gets a
angry
plus
bargain.
8. She ain't getting a plus 12.
Irons is literally a void infused demon right now. Okay, man, he's like, gotta have some kind of thing
Fine,
going on.
I'll edit it. what kind of attack modifier should I give her then?
Like maybe
7.
a 5 or 6.
7. I already said 7. There it is, 7.
Whatever.
Compass is gonna go back in and fix all this later.
I know. It's just. All right, let me.
Jake's
let me
just
lower
falling
that
in
down.
love. It's now Michelle. He sees Michelle.
Yeah,
Betty
Michelle with a
had-
shotgun.
To answer Rex, Betty has her 45 that she's always got. Or some
what-
kind of
what-
equivalent.
I gotta give Betty an NPC now. Now I'm having too much fun. I should probably stop. Well, one more NPC. What are we making Betty? An assassin. Let's see.
We're gonna make the business official. An assassin? I mean, Betty won't say no.
Let's see.
She's
Gang
been out of
leader.
the game for a while. Gang leader is not too far off.
She is running booze. She is coordinating the booze.
Librarian.
Elite rebel.
Elite
Ooh.
rebel.
Elite Rep.
Wait, where did you get that
It's
from?
Betty.
Oh, it's just
see
I
that
don't know.
In the NPC gallery.
It's not in the NPC gallery.
Oh, see,
That's true.
I'm trying to pull from the NPC gallery.
Oh,
Rex did point out the way Betty killed people last time. She might be an assassin.
That's true.
Betty was rolling hot, is what it was. But we're canonically saying that Betty's just that good.
Yes.
So
Betty's watch officer.
Oh,
Let's see.
that sounds pretty cool.
Tax collector.
Mm.
I'm just throwing stuff out there that makes some of it's goofy. Priest of Pharasma.
not sure that one works out.
no, she just sends them to her.
Noble. Judge.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Base.
Or we could just make one up too, of course.
What was that one before the priest?
Cult leader.
Oh, before that.
Just
I don't know. We could go with that one though.
That's fair.
the tax collector. No, I'm just throwing too much out there.
Character building.
I mean, cult leader is interesting. Depends on what.
Oh,
the
watch officer. Sorry.
Watch officer. I don't know what the mechanics are behind it. You know, there's that difference between what the name is, what you imagine, and what the mechanics are.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know.
We
'Cause
can
it looks
always
like-
default to assassin.
I do like the problem with the assassin. I believe it is a creature level 8, so that could be.
I don't see a problem with that.
I think
Personally.
we're custom making Betty. Betty is now an NPC. All right.
While you're
Human
pulling
trait.
Sorry.
Go
Well, you're
ahead.
pulling that up
Nope.
too. I was curious, like the shotgun, that's something that's coming. I mean, obviously, Compass, you modified some stuff, but that's coming from the Starfinder rule set.
Actually, the shotgun I think I had to make up.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I think there was like the semi-auto pistol, the devastation sword, the auto target rifle. That's all from Starfinder. But I think the shotgun, I was like, there has to be a shotgun, and I don't remember seeing one, so I think I had to make one up.
Oh, that's interesting. And the idea was, right, they took Starfinder and Pathfinder 2nd edition and we're trying to mash them together, basically, right? Is that
Rex says Betty is her own background.
Yes.
True. I think the idea for Starfinder 2nd edition was just porting everything from Starfinder into basically the mechanics of 2E.
Yeah, okay.
What level?
Cool.
What level are these characters
Define characters.
that are playing? So when
Define
they play,
The
when
PCs.
your players are playing in this game, coming in next week or the week after,
Both.
what level are they going to be?
Okay, so let's just put some clarification. So so our characters from last time are going to be level 3. The NPCs, I'm imagining like maybe a level 2 in there, but mostly like level 1 or less.
This is Betty. We're talking like level 10, right?
No.
All right.
Don't let them push you around, Compass.
Can I at least get a
Don't
3?
worry, I'm only
Can
just
Betty-
having to
can-
say things publicly, so I don't have to do anything in private.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I literally warned everybody that I was going to hassle Compass tonight. So
You really did.
this is just fitting the MO.
And I'm hassling back.
I love it.
It's
All
good.
right. Oh man, Betty can't roll a 2. Give me a hero point. No,
That's
no,
what you
no,
get.
no. I re-rolled that because I'm GM.
Well,
I
see,
don't-
it's all about who's doing the rolling for Betty, I guess.
That's true.
Jacob,
All
you're
right,
the
so-
assistant to the GM.
Oh, I know. I'm just having too much fun.
No, you're good. I couldn't resist
Yeah.
that office quote. That was solid.
It
Let me
would have
get
killed
over
a
to
mutant
chat.
soldier.
Nice.
Mm,
And that's level 1. She's level 1.
mm.
Well,
That's
the
Betty.
mutant soldiers like a -1 week, but you know it's
Yeah.
all good.
Go
It
Betty.
sounds
That makes
good.
sense.
One shot kills are Betty's thing, so
That
makes
is true.
It's true.
Awesome. All right. Well, we built Betty. We need to. Oh wait. Oh, you have tokenizer. I don't know how to use that yet. All right. We'll have to send you Betty's image that was drawn,
All right.
so you can have that too.
Betty Doodle.
Betty Doodle.
All right. I'll share Betty.
Did we ever
with-
give Betty a last name?
I don't remember giving Betty a last name.
That's her last name. Why not? Betty Doodle.
Betty Doodle. All
That's
right.
adorable.
I love it.
She's adorable.
She is adorable.
It's true.
I don't think we had last names for Colonial Marines until this.
Yeah.
The first last name given is oh no, we got this one, so we got like Hargrave and the others. But the real star is the Betty Doodle.
Actually, I think Irons was the only one with the last name because Irons was his last name.
Yeah, and did he
Oh,
have a
that's fair.
first name? Not
I don't
that
remember.
He technically does. I know he does
Uh,
because I named him after. I use a certain name for cowboy or other type of characters that kind of fit that MO.
Mm,
So
All right. So, with all jokes aside, building these characters has been a blast. Compass, what do you need from us tonight for the Force Forge to help you run your game better?
I think you guys covered it pretty well to give the settlement some life. There's going to be some modifications to the map, and we got the general settlers that are going to be important. Even one that isn't even a normal sentient creature. So it would be great.
or is it sentient? Boom, boom,
Dude.
boom.
I can neither
Irons
confirm
intends to
nor
find
deny.
out.
You are
Uh,
you are the GM, so it could be either one.
Yeah, I will give it some thought, and then I won't tell you until it's important, and then
Until it saves all their lives.
it's one of those. It's like Schrödinger's cat. It's not, or I mean, it is important, and it's not important until a point where it could actually blow the character's mind.
I love that.
considering the context of this particular game, that could be literal.
It's true.
Yes.
It's very true. Ah, that's
Awesome.
awesome.
So I'm pumped. I mean, I'm excited to see this play out and
I know.
give
me
it some
too.
more life with you. I thought I had another question, but my brain just went.
Commander is Iron's last name, Rex says. I thought that was good.
It is now the Iron Commander.
So I guess that question goes for our viewers too. What can we do for you guys by if you join our Patreon, I'll make you a map.
Jake will always make a map for you.
I like making maps.
Yeah.
So join our Patreon. Or
That's true.
locals. Locals too.
Locals is
Yeah.
good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do everybody feel good? Is there anything else we want to hit? I am very excited to check. Do we want to showcase what you may not be able to? So shoot me down if it's wrong, but showcase any of the player character sheets?
3,
Um,
Or are they not? It's okay if they're not ready yet.
they actually are ready. Let's see. If you want, we can showcase Eunji, albeit I think I'm still a little iffy about what spells, but it might be good for you to just kind of look that over.
Sure. That'd be great.
If you could just pull up Eunji's character sheet then.
Oh, you got Phase Bolt. That's cool. That's a cool spell.
It's not in. She's not in actors for me.
Oh, so it should be actors, players, 3rd level.
Oh, I see.
Is it not in there?
Yeah, no, you're good. Yep.
Okay,
oh,
cool,
I forgot
cool.
about Skip. Oh, I'm excited to play this.
Oh, that's cool. What is that? It's a construct minion. Oh, check
Yeah.
out Skip.
Yes, Ruby Skip. Chris G. Jacob would say yes to that.
Wait, I
for
missed
sure.
it.
He's asking if you should buy Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
I mean, I would say yes. And I will also teach you to run it. That would be an honor because I love it.
It is a pretty solid system. Their action system is pretty good.
Yeah.
I love it. It's pretty great.
And it's still, you're able to still do like the role play and stuff, and they leave just enough wiggle room for you to be able to flavor things the way you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like I got so much options with from the class feats, ancestry feats, skill feats. It was like I could create a character and it just kind of felt unique and not feeling like I had to just create like, I don't know, a template and just go from there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I share the image of Skip just because I love it?
For sure.
Go for it.
That's so good.
He's not looking that clean now.
Yeah.
So Chris G, just to be clear, the system we're running for the sci-fi is Starfinder 2nd Edition. It's we mentioned it earlier. I'm not sure if you were there for that, but it is a what's it called? Thank you, community made project where they took the mechanics from Pathfinder 2nd Edition and they want to use the rules from Starfinder in it. Did I get that right?
Yeah, they want to
strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, reverse. So they're taking everything from Starfinder and just trying to make it into the mechanics of Pathfinder 2e.
Because Pathfinder 2e is so good.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm also, every time that Willy Wonka line is applicable, I am so happy.
That's awesome. Oh, and then there's your beautiful bride jumping in.
Hey, baby.
All right, so I'm looking at this character sheet.
Yes.
Oh, right. So for Eunji, I got into her 2nd level spells and kind of made her more of chose some of the darker ones.
Nice. I love it. There's Eunji.
I mean, of course, she has one spell that is a little bit of I think closer to her original core, but right now, especially with her being more dark and such, the rest of it just kind of made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we got, Curl Force Disc, Grave Impressions, and Misdirection.
Oh yeah, that's very cool. Now, are any of these coming over from Starfinder specifically, or is a lot of this just reflavored?
I think Curl Force Disc is from Starfinder.
Okay.
I'll have to verify on that. I made these like 46 days ago or something. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't quite remember.
Create a.
I still think it's funny.
What's that?
I still think it's funny how Iron's art ended up coming true. In the game.
Oh my gosh, I know.
All right, so yes, Hurl Force Disc is from the Starfinder.
Sweet. Okay, so that's been taken from Starfinder, brought into the mechanics of Pathfinder 2e.
Yes.
Very
May
cool.
I cast it?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Casting right now. Look at that. They even have the reflex save. Should I make Betty make a reflex save?
I do like that.
Betty will do a good job.
All right, but if I kill Betty on the stream,
it won't be canon.
Won't be canon.
That's
there
true.
It is. Oh, her reflex save is garbage. That's a failure.
Oh,
almost critical.
One action, force disc,
all right.
blast.
Medium damage.
Yeah. Betty survived anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of them.
Betty Doodle is a tough old bird.
That's actually a pretty sweet spell.
Yeah, so I don't know how well they can see on screen. I'll just read real quick. Is you create spinning disc of pure shimmering force, 2d6 damage. For each additional action you use when casting the spell, the disc can ricochet to an additional target after the first to a maximum of 3. Because in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you have 3 actions. That's so cool. +1 circumstance bonus to AC, blah, blah, blah. But...
So it's Destructo Disc with rebound.
Yeah, it's like...
And if you had an extra action left after it comes back to you, you can use it to raise a shield action.
Oh, that's what it was saying there.
That's pretty good.
So it's Captain America's shield.
Yes.
Psychic.
That is a very good. That is a very good spell.
It is a very good spell.
Yeah, I think the damage might be a little bit lower for it being a second level spell, but,
the
its
utility
versatility
is
is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. That's where you're winning.
Because you're
And
raising.
can you upcast to increase damage in Pathfinder 2e?
Yes, you can.
See,
Everything
that
can
last
be heightened. Almost everything can be heightened. I shouldn't say everything. Almost everything can be heightened.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think with Eunji, what was her class again? I'm drawing a blank.
Oh my gosh, I am too.
The Mystic. There we go.
Mystic.
I think she could only have a one spell per level. I mean, per spell level that she can heighten. So I chose object reading since that seemed to be her thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Rex is like really remembering a lot of this stuff. I'm pretty
Dude,
impressed.
he has such an amazing memory.
I'm so impressed.
He's like, he can talk about like games he played like, I don't know, 15 years ago and have like near perfect memory on it.
That's amazing.
I'm jealous.
Just like all night tonight, he's just been like dropping bombs. I'm like, dude, that is so good. So shout out to you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like other people have to rewatch things, and he's like, "Can I just tell you the summary?"
That's
Bad
awesome.
Betty by the Sonics for ambient music. Chris, I'm sending you a message on the private Discord with some of the links for Pathfinder 2nd Edition that I can suggest to you to use.
Ooh.
Just so you know.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll have to look at that song.
Ah. Awesome. Is there anything else you guys want to hit while we're here, or how do you feel, Mr. Compass?
I feel pretty good. Nothing really comes to mind. I'll probably be expanding the NPCs, getting them filled out. See what I want to do about image generation on that. But otherwise, I think we basically have a settlement that will be good to go. And
Awesome.
for you two in the know, you know what your targets are.
Adam and I can handle the meta, I think. I
Okay,
mean,
that song sounds
Betty.
a lot like something that Irons would listen to.
oh my gosh, that's awesome. If ever we could save Irons, he and Betty in some timeline go off together.
Oh, that'd be great.
She's a lot older than Irons.
Betty doesn't care.
Betty doesn't care. Are you
Betty
kidding me?
might not care. I mean, Irons, even if you save Irons, he's effectively, I don't know if he's immortal, but he's definitely crystallized. So I don't know how that would work in this universe.
Oh, only one
You
way
know,
to
just-
find out.
Rules come up as needed.
That's a great tagline.
We should probably make that a short.
Yeah. TTRPGs. Rules come up as needed. Awesome. All right. Well, maybe a theme song, not ambient. Yeah. Nice, Chris.
Irons does have a habit of giving everybody a thing. Irons does have his own theme song, but I'm not going to reveal it unless something happens in the game.
Nice.
Oh no, there's an
Mystery.
Easter egg in the game now. Gotta find it. Oh.
Wow, just one?
I mean, Compass, I'm sure, has a lot.
I am positive of that.
Yeah. I mean, I do have access to all his notes.
Easy, Tiger.
Well, thankfully, some of them you probably don't even know what it's talking about.
I looked at it and I'm like, I don't know what this is. This is not English.
He took one glance and was like, nope.
Yeah, not my
Click
place. I'm out.
That's so cool. I am so excited for this, you guys. All right, then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Chat, thank you as always for being amazing, and of course, if you haven't watched it yet, check out our Colonial Marines 2-shot that we did. What was that? A Rock and a Light Rave and Remorse Code. So check those out. They're in our live playlist and of course in our Pathfinder and Starfinder player list. I think I've got both, but check those out, and we'll be picking that story up in the next week. We'll be picking it up. It will be a 2-parter, so we'll be playing through it next Wednesday and the Wednesday after to wrap up July and Sci-Fi July. And then, reminder once again, when we come to August, we're going to be doing a trial run with the new setup and the new time, which will be Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, that we will be live streaming after Quest, and then Force Forge and our supporter live stream for Augustine Illusions, which I'm very excited about, will be Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, I will have our calendar that I post all over Locals, Patreon, Facebook, Discord. And most importantly of all, don't forget to check In of Planar Crossroads for the Around the Hearth episodes where we talk about the concepts on Sci-Fi July. There are aliens. That's what went up recently, right? That was a great yesterday. Chat. I just finished it today. It's so much fun. So
the Augustine Illusions chat also went pretty well.
That was fun. It was. We had a nice small group too, so everyone really got to hone in on what they were saying. I'm interested to see what people think and what you run, good sir.
I will be putting out a kind of just a quick little questions of which one you guys want me to run.
Oh, yes.
Because we talked kind of, not really spoilers because I posted each time. I post the thumbnails at the beginning of the month, but it'll be either a wacky, a weird, or a surreal game. You guys will get to pick.
That's exciting. That's being fun. And that's one, of course, Sci-Fi July is a little special because we're bringing back characters that we played in a game that we started back in November and December. So with Augustine Illusions, we come back to our regular patron game where patrons will join in and get to experience whatever illusions Mr. In a Planar Crossroads has for us. So
Adam's mind.
Adam's
right?
mind.
That's where we're going with that.
That's not a very safe place to go.
Yeah, I'm just nervous thinking about it.
It's so good. And our legacy characters, like we mentioned with Crust, of course, we've got Mr. Moral Compass, we got Chiro Chiba, Great Mustache. We're working on a couple others to add to that, so you got a lot of pre-gens to choose from if you are a part of the Ever-Growing Forest. So, this has been another Fantastical Forge with Avenue Studios, a wildcrafting in the forest. And if you want to become a part of the Ever-Growing Forest known as Avenue Studios, you can join our Locals or Patreon community. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, but you also gain access to bonus content, as well as our private Discord, where you can chat with all of us, including Chris G. Thank you for being here, my friend, and so much more. Do give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to follow the adventure, and check out the links in the description below for the sound, music, and ambience that we use, as well as Foundry Virtual Tabletop and the Discord for Starfinder 2nd Edition community-built rule system. And Adam, my good friend, where can people find and support you?
Well, they can find us on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute. They can find us on, well, why don't you just go to the landing page, inofplanarcrossroads.com or theiopc.com. Both should get you there. It has links to our, like I said, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, also PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar, Locals, all the links you need to know how to support us and what we're doing. Trying to get to that $100 a month support.
Yes. Do it. Join the travelers.
Do it.
Do it. Mr. Moral Compass, thank you so much for running this game and putting it together. I'm really looking forward to it.
And thank you for helping me set up the settlement. I greatly appreciate it.
It's an honor. And Jacob, thanks for staying up for us, buddy.
It's all good, man.
You see that slow blink he gave when it was so good?
It's time.
I am so tired. Listen, shout out to me. Oh, just kidding. No, but I have some, I have some slots and some games open. I do run professionally, representing Avenue Studios. So come check us out. Of course, if you're already in the Patreon, you get a nice little discount. And then, just come check us out. We got all kinds of stuff going on between us all.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And if you want to know how Jacob is as a GM, check out our AfterQuest campaign. He's our GM extraordinaire for all of that. Links in the description for both Interplanar Crossroads and Start Playing Games to join in on Jacob's games.
Thank you, Rex. I am going to sleep.
Thank you all
Yes.
for joining the Forge, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.